Hi guys, Colin James Polder here once again, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Hi guys, how's it going? I hope you're all well and safe. Right, it's been long put off, didn't fancy doing it, but I thought, you know, let's give it a go. Now, here I've got a Nintendo Switch. And these have a common failure, believe it or not. And guess what it is? Yes, you've guessed it. It doesn't read the game card after a while of use. Now, some consoles are affected, some aren't, but this is a common thing. After a while, a few months, people have found that it no longer wants to read this little game card. Okay, which is a bit of a pain. So, you know, sometimes if you clean the gold contacts on the back, it helps. And sometimes if you're very, very, very careful, you can put some switch cleaner. I don't know whether the camera will see that or not. It might do. Let's bring it right up. Will it focus or will it not? Not too bad. Down inside here, there's some terminals. Don't put anything down there to try and clean it. I suggest you spray it with some switch cleaner in there, and just try the card again. If it doesn't work, if it keeps coming back with can't read game card, then the only other alternative, and I shall put a link in the description down below, is to actually buy a new card slot. Now this is a gaming card slot and combined headphone jack, is that? I think it's a headphone jack. Now let me double check, I might be wrong. Yeah, it's headphone jack, of course it is. Of course it's a headphone jack. So I got this particular one off of eBay. They're a little bit expensive. This one was I think it was £35. Now, 9 times out of 10 it is this. Don't ask me why, but it just does go down. It just fails to read the card. So I'm going to show you how to replace it. Now, if you've got an anti-static wristband, that would be a very good idea. Or if you can touch something that is earthed, you know, your electric cooker, your microwave oven, anything like that, just touch the side of it, you know, and that will, you know, sorry, what I'm trying to say is that will discharge any static electricity that's in your body, because it's got a very small microchip on there, and if you know, just a simple discharge from your body can blow things up. I've already put my wristband on and hooked myself up to the earth to discharge myself, so I've already done that. So yeah, right, so to get this thing apart, you're going to need something called a tri-driver, and it's a special shape for the special screws inside here. So just do what I do basically. Now underneath the SD card slot you will find an extra screw. Where is it? Right in there. Okay, so you're going to need a very small screwdriver for that one, because believe it or not, the outside case screws, which is him, and him, are this tri-blade screwdriver, which I got off of eBay, and I'll give you the link for that as well. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to just undo these screws. Don't try and do it with normal Phillips, because it's the wrong shape and you'll end up buggering up the head of the screw and then you'll never get it out. So I hope I'm still on camera. Yeah. Like I say, I wasn't going to do a video on this, and then I thought, well, you know, it's always quite tight. It's always nice to share. I know you can't see that very well, guys, but I'll do my best. He's quite tight, this one. But he's out. That's 2. Ding, 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 ding. Right, now number 3. Hope you're all keeping well, keeping safe, away from this horrible coronavirus thing, which seems to be affecting everybody at the moment. I felt really rough yesterday. You know, cough, lost my sense of smell, but it's just man flu. It's nothing more. I've had my first COVID jab, so that's good. Right, I'm just going to pop a game card out. I think I took the game card out, didn't I, guys? I did. Okay, that's good. So I'm pretty sure the 4 screws around the outside of the case are these tri-screw things. The rest are Phillips, I believe. Now, like I said, you want to undo the one in the SD card tray. He needs to come out, I believe. So, excuse me. So you're going to need like precision watchmaker screwdrivers for these. He won't actually. Has he come out? No. Oh, he has. He's on the end of my. Look how tiny that is. Yeah, be careful with this, guys, because I've just undone this one, and you would not believe. I'm just going to see if I can get it on the end of my screwdriver to show you. Look at that. Look how tiny that screw is. And that's the SD card slot, so be very careful of that, guys. That is tiny. Right, so where else have we got screws? The Joy-Con ports here. Right, let's get up to the light. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 along there. Now when you take this off, don't pull it away because it's connected via a ribbon cable. So if you do pull it, break your ribbon cable, the Joy-Con won't charge. And the Joy-Con, I mean these things that clip on the side, the wireless controllers. So you're going to use your Phillips screwdriver for this. So, sorry you can't see, can you? Camera's in the wrong place really, but you get it. I've got to get back on him now. So I'm just going to undo all 5. 1. Quite, he was tight. This is why you need precision screwdrivers, because if you try to do this with ordinary screwdrivers, you'd either end up ruining the head of the screw or just breaking the end off your screwdriver, because you know it's not a perfect fit in the head of the screw, and it's got to be a perfect fit, especially on stuff this small. I mean, these are very small, not as small as the SD card slot screw, but still small. Oh, right. Can you see that? I don't know if you can. My hands in the way, but you get the idea. Right, so there we are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws are undone, and he says this just comes away, but beware, because believe me, under the corner edge there, don't you see it? But just there is a ribbon cable, so don't go tugging on this, just make sure, just undo it. Right, it's exactly the same for the other side. There you go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. So undo those guys as well. It would probably help if you magnetize your screwdriver, because if you've got a magnetic screwdriver, it's great. That was a tight one. I swear they do some of these up really tight on purpose. If you've got a magnetic screwdriver, then it's great because it'll just hang on to the screw, even, you know, when you've undone it, save you dropping it on the floor or anything. And if you don't know how to magnetize a screwdriver, I'll show you in a sec. So to magnetize a screwdriver, you just get a magnet. If you haven't got a magnet, you can get them off eBay. You can get neodymium magnets. Neodymium. If you type that in, if you type magnets in eBay, they'll just come up with a bunch of magnets. When I was a lad, I remember the old horseshoe magnets. You know, the old ones with the red paint on them, and north and south on the end. Right. Now I'll just show you how to magnetize a screwdriver. Now I've taken a hard drive apart, because inside a hard drive they've got a very strong neodymium magnet, and here it is. Cool, huh? So to magnetize a screwdriver, you just stroke it across the magnet like that. Yeah, that's all you do. And what this does is the molecules in the screwdriver, obviously the iron, I can't even say it, the iron molecules in the screwdriver obviously have a north and a south pole. By doing this, you get them all to point in the same direction. So all the souths will point one way and the norths will point the other way, and be in almost perfect alignment, to the point of look at that, you know, which is dead handy. So there you go, a little tip for you, maybe a useless tip, but for those who don't know, not a lot of people know that, you know. What do you do now? Right, so next up, this second Joy-Con is undone, like so. Like I say, do not tug on it, because you'll end up breaking your ribbon cable. So I'm going to put all those screws that I've taken off the Joy-Cons in a separate pile. Now, there's two more. Right, they're Phillips. Let me see if we can show the camera where they are. Let's get it in the right light. Ding, there we go. There's one there. Sorry, there's one there. And there's one there. They're both precision small Phillips. So we'll undo them two. Wow, that was a mission, guys. That was a real mission. That was stupidly tight. Bad Nintendo. Excuse me, I've got a bit of man flu. Right, so those two are out, which is good. Now, let's see if we can lift this case off. Oh, it looks like it's... is there any more? Oh, yes. One has escaped, guys. Right, there's another one. Right there, can you see it? Just tilt, let's get the light on it, there we go. There's one right there, nearly forgot that. So we'll undo that one, hopefully that won't be tight. See, that's fine, that's absolutely perfect. I mean, I was worried that the other screw wasn't going to come out and we'd be in trouble, then we'd have to get a Dremel out and start dremeling stuff. Right, so here we go. Let's have a look now. it is coming off. Just have a look to see. Oh no, there we go. Right, it's off. Look at that. So what we need to do now is, it looks like we might have to remove the SD card slot before we can get this back plate off, to get to the get to the game port here. Yes. Okay. Yes. The SD card slot's got to come off. So that is Phillips again. So there's a screw right in there. He's got to come undone. So be very careful this one, that you don't stab the circuit board. Or drop the screw. There he is. Let's take him out of it. Come on, that's it. He's a little silver screw, so we'll put him over there, separate from the others. And then we'll just have a look under here. See what we've got. There's a bit of spongy stuff here. Now, should be a connector there somewhere. There it is. And the connector, if I can get right in there, the connector just pulls up, really. So if you just pull it up, it will just pop off. That's all it is. Let's use this hand, probably be better. There you go. It's just you just push the connector down. It's one of those types. Sorry about the camera on this, guys, but it's a bit tricky on your own. So anyway, SD card slot has been unplugged. Now we can take this silver back off, and then we go back to our Phillips. Let me just do a check to see whether these screws are going to come undone easily or not. There's one here. Let me just try something a minute, guys. Yeah, they're quite tight, but they turn. So there's one there, one there. There's actually one down here, and one along there, and one there. So we're going to go ahead and take all them off. Which is good. Sorry if my arm's in the way. Right, I think these are stainless or something, stainless steel, because they don't stick to the screwdriver very well. Let's get on this. There we go. Yes. Getting there, slowly. Come on. That was my phone. Very tight again. Oh, I hate doing small screws that are this tight, you know, because you get that feeling that something's going to break. You know, the head of the screw is going to break off or something. You think, oh no. But I like them when they're nice to undo. Yeah, no real problem. Again, I must apologise for my hand being in the way. But we are getting there. I could do it left-handed, I guess. I could do it like this. I don't think that'd help any though. because my shadow still gets in the way. I don't know, I'm just going to go for... Once we've got this cover off, I think... Well, it did stick to it, that one. Once we've got this cover off, I think we're not far away. Just be gently with it. I'm just looking to see if there's any more screws. There's one more here. So we'll go for this one. Oh, I love it when these screws just come undone like that. Right, he's undone. So hopefully now this cover should come off. Shall we have a look? It'll be stuck down because here, under here there will be some heatsink substrate which is stuck to the copper heat pipe, which I'll show you in a sec if I can get this off. I'm just checking around to make sure there's no more screws, which there aren't. Right, so it'd probably be best just to put a fingernail just above the fan here, underneath, and just peel it up like that. And as you do, just put your hand in, and then is that another screw? No. I'm still checking for screws. All the screws are now gone. But there's, oh, sorry guys, I'm an idiot. Look, there's one more right in the middle. See him? Right there. Oh, watch out for that, guys. I didn't see that. I must apologise. Oh dear. You may have already spotted that before I made that mistake, but there you go. Now look, there you go. Oh, how easy is that? How easy is that? So, yeah, there was a screw right there. I didn't spot it. No matter, it's absolutely fine. You know, it's no good tearing into these things and just ripping things apart. Just got, you know, just bit of ply on it, and I thought, hello, there's something there, and it was a screw. Right, there's a bit of thermal paste here. I might put some new stuff on because that's a bit, you know, it's a bit dry and manky. Right, so I'm going to try not to let the Joy-Con port things fall all over the place. So where are we? Let's get you in there. Let's get you in there. Right, there is the game port slot combined headphone socket. So we have to undo these two Phillips here, and then we have to undo this screw here to release the board. Now before we pop the board out, there's a connector underneath the heat pipe which is the same, I believe it's the same connector set up that the SD card slot the SD card slot board was. And then this thing here to disconnect this, right, be very careful with these. If I just show you very quickly, I think there's a black, don't want to get the camera in there any close, might be able to, let's have a look. Let's see what we can do. I need to get the light on it really. I should set this up differently, but there you go. This little tiny black bar here has to be released. So all you do is you put your fingernail behind it and very gently pull up, but only very gently, and you'll find that the whole strip will come up into a vertical position, and then it will release this ribbon cable, And to put the new one in, you just put the ribbon cable into the slot with this black bar in a vertical position, make sure it's pushed in firmly, and then you just push the black bar down again and that locks it into place. But be very careful with it, because if you break it, you've had it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take this other screw out here, and then the whole thing should just release. So can you see that? Yes, you can. So again, it's a Phillips screw, and don't forget you've got the two at the top as well that hold the headphone jack in place. I'm just checking to make sure they're all the same length, those screws. They are, so there's no need to isolate them. The headphone socket screws are the same length, so there's no need to isolate them either. Right, I think we're there. So what we need is a little poker, something to prod and poke with. So let's have a look. I'm gonna have a go with one of these. Yeah. So you can see that, can you hear it? So I'm gonna put that in there and just pull the connector away like that. Ta-da! How cool is that? Excellent. Right, now the other one, I'll just show you this. So that connector is disconnected. So I'm going to get hold of this card, I'll lift it up, and then very gently I need to get the, so tiny, if I can get you to that, there is a connector just there. We need to get under that to lift it. So I'm going to do, I don't know if you can see this or not properly, but oh, there goes a Joy-Con, be careful with those. There's the connector, so I'm just going to get under the corner of it and just lift it up. And it should pop out, or pop up, pop something. There we go. Don't know if you see that or not. And it's out. There we go. Must be careful with these Joy-Cons. Right. So there's the card. That's the connector we've just pulled out. Now that connector is just a push-pull one. So I needed to get something under there because remember it was sat that way round, and that was underneath the, sorry, that way, and that was underneath the heat pipe. Well, there's just enough room if you ping that up for that to come free. So we've got it free. I've pushed the connector back in for the game cartridge headphone combined. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the two screws back into the headphone headphone lugs. Just got to get it in position. God, I keep attacking those things. Which is about there. And these, I believe, were two the longer screws, I think, aren't they? So the next two to do is, like I said, the two headphone screws. Now this is like a little support cover that goes over the actual headphone part of the board. So you've got these two screws here to put in place, but make sure you don't over tighten them because you'll end up cracking the plastic. So once you've done that, the next one to put back in is this screw here, and then we'll then put this connector in last. But I just want to make sure that this is all secure before we put him back in, as he was first out, I believe. Right. Oh, and it's the it's two silver screws for the headphone support bit. So I've got another silver screw to put in the corner on the gain board, on the cartridge board. So I'll just put him in. Again, that's a silver screw. Right. I think another screw tried to escape, so put him back. Now we just got to put this connector back in. Okay, so I think I've got a pretty good picture of what that looks like. So that's how your connector's got to go in, guys. That ribbon's got to sit flush on the white bit with both tabs, as you can see there, which are almost on that white part. And then all we do then, see if I can do this with one hand, is we just push this black bar, right, we push that over to lock it, okay, like that. There you go, that's in the locked position. See if I can get that in really close for you guys to have a look at. There you go. So that is definitely in there and locked down. Very important, that, guys. Right, so what's next? What we got to do next? Well, that is now done. That's all screwed down. That's got your screws in. I don't think there's anything else we took off before we got to this position. What I will do, I couldn't find any of my thermal substrate, my thermal paste, just to put a little bit of paste back on there, but I mean they did put quite a generous amount on when they put it together, and there is quite a dollop on there, so I'll probably scoop this up towards the middle, like that. Trouble is for this stuff, I mean I might be able to work it, get it soft again, but trouble is for this stuff, it goes quite hard, and it doesn't make a very good, you know, contact with the heatsink. But you know, it all helps. When I've got some thermal paste, I'll take this back cover off, clean that off, and then reapply some more thermal paste. Right, so we've got to put this back on here, making sure we don't lose these Joy-Cons, which keep popping off. And then put all the screws back. So we'll start with the Joy-Con sliders. Now they're normal Phillips, so you'll be alright there. So
I don't know. Do you want an egg or not? Don't know.
where's the holes? Here we
I
go.
should say that you've got one.
Sorry.
Because I'm your favourite granddad.
So
I've got Matthew one.
next thing is to go ahead and put all 5 screws in that side and the 5 screws in the other side.
I might have one for Nick.
Underneath the flat for the SD card, you've got a little screw. That's the smallest one, that's the shortest one. So well, we're all back together, so all I've got to do now is just charge it and then see if it'll actually play a game. What do you think, guys? Do you think it'll work, or would it be a complete disaster? You know, it could be a complete disaster, couldn't it? Right, I'm going to charge this up and then I'll be back to show you it working. If you don't see me, you know it's failed. Be right back. Okay, right, we're back now. The 2 Joy-Cons have finished charging, got a nice green light there, and I had to wait a while for the switch to charge up, but if I just go like so, and then that one, and funnily enough, pick a user, we wait for a second. Dee, 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 dee. And it's working. So, I'm going to stop the intro, but that is working. I think that's pause. Yeah, but anyway, it works. So that's brilliant. That's fixed it. So there you go, guys. I hope that when you do yours, it gets yours fixed as well. You know, again, I must apologise for the video. It's not the best, but you sort of just get the general idea, don't you? As long as you sort of get it, that's the main thing. So yeah, well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe and do hit that like button. I mean, a lot of people look at the videos and they went, oh yeah, no, that's quite good, you know, blah blah. They rarely hit the like button, rarely leave a comment, but it's for you guys, you know. So hit the like button, leave a comment, and hit that bell so that you get notified each time I put a video up. And if you want to donate, I've got a PayPal me, the Alcove Studio. That's PayPal me, the Alcove Studio. I'll put a link down in the bottom. So if you want to donate, even if it's only £1 or a couple of quid, it goes towards, you know, electricity for like silly things like charging the camera, using the computer, doing all the editing, stuff like that, you know. Yeah, that would be absolutely amazing. Anyway, again, sorry about this video. It's not the best, but you know, it's so difficult to actually, you know, get somewhere where you can do it, you know, plenty of light and on a proper desk and stuff like that, which I don't have access to. So thanks again for watching anyway, and catch you in the next one. Cheers then, bye.